All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. So today's YouTube video is, I'm just going to be going through my day in life, basically just kind of going through my day to day, just picking up the camera, talking when I feel like it, in the gym, doing client work, taking calls. You know the drill. I mean, if anyone who's seen any of my videos knows that I pretty much do the exact same thing every single day because I love it. And then, if you love doing something, you obviously want to continue to do it even more. I got up at like my typical 4:30-ish, got up, texted compliance, responded to some messages, did my cardio, came back, took a shower, had my first meal. Right now I'm doing I got some laundry, so hopefully you guys can't hear that in the background. I'm doing laundry and dishes at the exact same time, so I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. But if so, I apologize. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have some chicken thawing out in the sink right now. I mean, I still have enough chicken for the rest of the day, but again, when I wake up tomorrow, I just want to make sure that my chicken is ready for me to cook tomorrow when I need it. Get it out early. Again, always making sure you're prepared with everything. So I've been working for the last, 30-ish minutes, just working on this new client plan that I brought on a new client last night. So just working on his plan. Got the onboarding call later today. So this is honestly my priority, the main thing that I need to get done first thing. Usually I do some other stuff, like I'll do like some kind of brainstorming some content things for Instagram, but when I have an onboarding call with a client, that is honestly a priority. So I'm making sure to get this done, making sure to hit it when my brain is fresh-ish, and then just making sure everything's ready for him this evening when we have our onboarding call. I'll actually show you guys really quick kind of what this looks like. So what I've been working on with this client here, so right now I just kind of designed just a general meal plan for him, gave him a couple different options, kind of showed him, gave him some options for simplicity's sake, gave him some options that take a little bit more time to make, just give him a lot of variety with his nutrition essentially. And then of course, during our onboarding call, we're going to make the proper adjustments as needed just to make sure the plan and everything like that is going to fit actually within his schedule, make sure everything looks good from his end. Because that's really how I develop all my plans for all my clients, is that I just have them fill out an intake form. Once they complete that intake form, it gives me all the preliminary information I need in order to make their initial workout and meal plans. Once they finish that form, then on our onboarding call, what we do is go over their workout and meal plans together just to make sure everything looks good from both of our perspectives. Because again, the more custom tailored the plan is to them, the easier it is going to be for them to stick to, and then obviously it's going to have my input with the proper calories, macros, training structure, all of those things to ensure it's actually going to yield progress for them. So basically I've just got the preliminary plans all set out for him, and then we're going to make adjustments on the onboarding call. The other thing I've been working on for this new client here is his roadmap. So basically what this is that basically it's going to be like giving him an A to Z process of what the entire program is going to be looking like as we work together, just so there's no guesswork and he knows exactly what's going to be coming up in each individual week, what results he should be expecting, what specific things that he needs to do in that given week to see those results, and then just like I said, just making sure everything's laid out for him A to Z from the very beginning, and he knows exactly what the program is going to look like for him specifically. And the other thing I've been working on is kind of just scheduling out all of his workouts, just kind of setting everything in his calendar so he knows exactly what workouts to do, what specific exercises to do, and just making sure everything's laid out for him, again, A to Z on what he needs to do every single day in order to make progress. Right now his calendar is not too booked up. Like all he really has to do right now is his workouts, which do include cardio, and then track his weight in the morning. That's kind of what we start off, and then over time we're going to start adding some different things, adding some different habits, just having him check off things over time just to make sure he's staying on track and making the most amount of progress possible. But yeah, that's kind of basically what I've been working on, kind of the whole structure and approach I have for all of my clients. Again, just making sure everything has their input, making sure it's as tailored to them as possible, and then of course having everything laid out for them A to Z. But anyways, kind of went off on a side tangent. Just want to give you guys a little bit more details of what I've actually been working on this morning. Pretty much done here. I'm just going to kind of reiterate a couple things, or just maybe finalize a couple things before I upload everything and make sure it's all ready for my call with him. Now what I'm probably going to do is do some brainstorming, some content stuff for Instagram. I don't have a post ready for this morning. I usually post 2 reels per day, so I got to figure out what I'm going to post this morning. I have a business call 9 o'clock, so in about a little over an hour and a half ish, I have that call. And then I'm gonna hit the gym later today. Got chest and shoulders, so that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna take it from there. I don't really have too much else to say other than just gonna get back to work. Vlog style video. Yeah, see you in the next clip. Okay, so literally when I put my camera away and then I went to check my phone, do some more reply to some other messages because I still had some random. I had a client actually send me a video of him doing an exercise. He wants me to critique his form. So I guess like I said, I'm just kind of documenting the things I'm actually working on, and what I'm doing I guess right now is just a lot of client work and kind of going into a little more detail about that. But basically what I'm going to do now is, so he sent me his video of him doing the exercise. So what I'm going to do now is literally send him a video back, because there's some small critiques that I want to make to his form, and because he's been having a little bit of shoulder pain, shoulder impingement. We had to actually switch out close close grip bench for JM press. So I'm going to kind of walk them through the form and what I would recommend. I guess you guys will see me do that and kind of what that looks like from this perspective to say. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that like when you're doing the JM press, you still have your elbow, like it still looks kind of like a close grip bench in my opinion. Like your hands are a little bit too far spread apart, and I can see why that could place a little bit of stress on your like the shoulder that you were mentioning earlier. So I would say like, you know, bring your hands slightly more together, have your elbows as tucked in as possible, and instead of bringing the bar like down towards your chest, you want to bring the bar like kind of towards, kind of like right under your like around your chin and mouth area, and kind of think about like just like straight up pressing it like this, as opposed to kind of having it spread out like this, if that makes sense. It's just gonna help target your triceps a little bit more going about it this way. Yeah, like I said, so pull your hands a little bit closer together, have your elbows tucked in, bring the bar towards about your chin and mouth area, come directly down, and don't press with, think about not pressing with your shoulders, think about literally just pressing with your tricep and isolating your tricep as much as possible. But yeah, implement those changes. Let me know how it goes, because of course we don't want you to get injured. So when you make those, next time you do that exercise, just let me know how it goes, and if it doesn't work, then of course we'll prescribe some sort of solution, or maybe even just substitute the exercise and figure something else out. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Yeah, so I mean, simple stuff like that, just sending clients some just being able to critique my clients' form, because of course, you know, I don't want them to get injured in the gym if they have any like pain or discomfort. I have them send videos of them doing form. Not only that, but also if they just don't feel an exercise as much as they feel like they should, then I'll also do the same thing, because I want them to get the most effectiveness out of their workouts essentially. But yeah, I guess you guys are getting a little bit more in-depth look on kind of what my coaching looks like right off the start of the video. But yeah, I'll probably record some calls later today, so maybe today's like a more client focused day, but I don't know, man, we'll see. Again, I just kind of pick up the camera, just take it as is, and go about my day.
On my way to the gym, of course, I have my pre-workout meal. I laid down for a little bit. I didn't really fall asleep or anything. Yesterday I did a low day, which I haven't had a low day in a couple weeks, or like a super, quote unquote, super low day. Like, I think the only carb sources I had really were just 80 grams of oats in the morning, then 80 grams of oats at night, and then pretty much just chicken and veggies throughout the day. And let me tell you that, I don't know I guess we'll see if that was a mistake. Yesterday I was honestly felt like shit. I felt like shit pretty much the entire day just because having low carbs, and being this lean for this long, my body just doesn't want it anymore. And honestly, like, neither do I, really, to an extent. I mean, I'm so excited. Like, I have my trip to Texas in a week. I'm actually traveling in exactly 1 week. I leave on the 9th. I have that coming, and then right when I get back, so I get back on the 16th. On the 17th, I don't know if I'm gonna like just go full send into a bulk, but I'm definitely just going to stop really caring about how lean I am and just only focusing on how I look. Because right now I'm trying to find that perfect balance between being lean but still feeling decent. Yesterday, doing that low day really showed me that, like, it's honestly really like time for me to call it a day when it comes to maintaining the shreds. Which, it was fun while it lasted, but I remember I achieved this shape, or this conditioning, I think it was like May 20th, May 21st. So, and it's September 2nd now, I believe. Yeah, September 2nd. Yeah, it's over 3 months of being like single digit body fat, and you know, my body it's starting to hold on to things. Like, I definitely feel a lot watery when I should. I mean, granted, like I said in the last video, I was eating a little bit more, and I've been slowly losing like a little bit of water weight. But yeah, I feel like my body is just ready to for a change, be able to eat more food, be at a more comfortable level. And as am I, because I'm tired of being hungry all the time. I'm tired of not getting consistent sleep, and honestly, at the same time too, I want to actually have a new goal to work towards. I want to stop being complacent and actually continue to grow. Not grow because I feel like I need to get bigger or make me look better, but just because I like having something to work towards. I'm actually making a whole YouTube video posting a whole YouTube video today on exactly that subject. So you guys if you haven't, so that video is going up today, but obviously this one's going to be going up later in the week, whenever you're watching it. But yeah, that's kind of an update on things. Like I said, I for a while I was in a pretty good spot with the spectrum, but literally after that full day of eating, I don't know why, I just gained like 1.5 pounds water. So like, okay, I got to cut back a little bit. So then I got my calories back down to like 3,500. I lost about 2.5 pounds over the span of like 5-6 days. Then I had that low day, dropped another pound. So I dropped a decent amount of water pretty quickly, although I still feel watery for whatever reason. I mean, we'll see how it goes at the gym today. Yeah, and just like kind of based on like what I looked like in the morning, I just didn't really feel like I looked as good as I did prior. Could just be body dysmorphia, I guess. Like I said, we'll see at the gym. We'll see how my gym performance is like. But like right now, I just feel a little bit like flat and watery. Like my body it's ready to switch it up. Yeah, I'm going to yesterday was Labor Day, so I'm not too sure how busy the gym is going to be. I'm not really too caught up on what people actually do on Labor Day. Like, I'm not sure if because obviously most people have Labor Day off. They go out, do stuff. I'm not sure if it's then people like to take the day after to like kind of recover, similar as like 4th of July. Like, really, I've never celebrated Labor Day like once in my life, I don't think. So I guess we'll see how busy the gym is. Hopefully it's not too busy. I'm kind of like 50-50, and maybe it's just going to be average. I hope it is slow, because it just makes it that much easier to film stuff. I can choose whatever exercises or like whatever equipment I want to use. I don't want like getting in anyone's way. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know if I have too much else to go over. I did drop my calories a little bit at the meeting. Like I said, like pretty much last week. So after the last full day of eating, when I was eating 4,000 calories, gained too much weight, dropped back down to 3,500 calories, started losing weight, still feeling pretty good, but started losing weight. And then now just today I dropped it to like 3,400. So very small differences. Like I literally just dropped my cream of rice in the morning down from 135 to 120. And then my post-workout meal, instead of 500 grams of white rice, it's going to be 450. So very small changes like that, I think, should get me back down to a kind of between that balance that I was looking for, that I was talking about last time. We'll see, because really when I'm in Texas, I want to prioritize being a little bit more shredded first, because I'm be filming content with other guys, just like other people in general. So like I want to make sure I look my best, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like complete shit, because I still want to enjoy myself. Again, man, that's the fun about fitness, man. Like especially when you control like exactly like you eat, like you control exactly what you eat, you control the amount of like cardio you do. You can just really have complete control on how you look and feel for the most part. Obviously, like I said, for the most part, like there's still going to be, you know, some other factors to consider. Like if you don't get enough sleep, you're still not going to feel good. And even some days when you feel like you have everything dialed in, it's just things just aren't always going to be in your favor. So that's just the way it goes. Pulling up into the parking lot right now. Probably just do another voiceover for this workout, just because they're easy to do. I like to just kind of talk, explain what I'm doing in the workout, maybe just talk about a certain subject value. But that's what we'll do. Film the workout, get some posing clips at the end. Hopefully I can find a decent spot with some decent lighting that isn't around too many people. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the gym.
Okay, so as I mentioned, this is a chest and shoulder workout. Gym was super busy, so I wasn't really able to do exactly the exercises in the order that I wanted to do. Like usually I don't start with incline Smith, let alone really do incline Smith that much anymore. I used to do it all the time for my chest, but I would honestly just prefer using a lot more machines, things that converge my hands together, like this chest press machine you're seeing right here. Even though yesterday I had a low day, I only ate, you know, not even 100 grams. I mean, maybe like a little over 100 grams of carbs, maybe like between 120, 130 grams of carbs roughly. I still had a really good workout. I think just because my body's still holding on to a good amount of water and glycogen from when I was eating, you know, 4,000 calories per day, like you guys saw in my full day of eating. But I'm probably not going to be putting every single set for every single exercise that I did. Just know that every single exercise that I did 2 working sets between 8 and 12 reps, going to complete failure. And I went on a whole tangent last video about, you know, going to failure, making sure that you're training at the right intensity. If your goal is to actually build muscle to grow, you need to make sure that you have the right intensity in place. Of course, obviously with the right nutrition, right recovery, all of that in place as well. But intensity is something that I just see so many people not get dialed in and just not make progress because of it, and then they complain about it. But really at the end of the day, like what really started driving my progress is just having a lot more higher intensity, going to the gym with more intent, progressive overload, etc. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much to go over in this video here, or over this workout. Like I said, I'm putting all the sets and reps and exercises at the top of the screen there. Again, my workouts are really short because I don't spend a whole lot of time at the gym. I'm pretty busy. So like this workout was like 45 minutes ish. Then I got some posing at the end, and as you guys saw probably in the intro clip, I look pretty full today, like pretty full, pretty shredded. So I was pretty happy with the way I looked today for the most part, and it was a really good workout. So hopefully I can continue to look and feel pretty good leading up into Texas before then after Texas I start my bulk. And I'm pretty excited to do the bulk because I'm going to be documenting a lot of that on my YouTube as well. I know, like, you know, people don't really care too much about, like, you know, when someone's bulking, because, you know, bulking, it doesn't really look aesthetic and gets kind of repetitive too to like look at. But, you know, at the end of the day, as someone who's always trying to improve my physique and just trying to improve over time, and just with, not even just with fitness, but like every aspect of my life, bulking is just one of those things that is kind of necessary and part of the process. And, you know, I really don't mind, you know, putting on some extra body fat, putting on some extra water weight, just having a good time in the gym, lifting heavy weights. And it's just, again, a good goal to work towards, and then do it all again next year. But yeah, that pretty much just wraps it up for this workout here.
I was not expecting that workout to be that good. I'm not gonna lie, because usually after my low days, I have a low day and then I go to the gym, it's usually not the best workout just because I'm not full. Like I haven't really ate much. I don't really eat any carbs on my low days, hence why it's called low day. Dude, I felt good today. I think it's because I'm not, like, I mean, when I was going to the gym, I felt a tiny bit flat, but I think it's just because I still have all that like extra water and glycogen that I packed on my body over the last like week and a half ish. Well, now I've been trying to lose it the last few days, but I think it's still just a lot of water, some water weight lingering. Like I would say like my midsection isn't as like tight as it was a while ago, but honestly, man, like I said, that was way better workout than I was expecting. So no complaints there. I was expecting to get like good amount of fatigue, especially like towards the end of the workout, but honestly, no, not at all. So I'm happy about it because like when I was looking at myself in the mirror, that translates to if it looks like how I saw it in the mirror to the camera, I look pretty sick today. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I might sound like a fucking dickhead or like douchebag or something like that, but I look pretty full. I look pretty hard. Like my shoulders are pretty round. Honestly, like I'm kind of just talking random shit. Like my brain does feel kind of fried. Like my central nervous system does feel a little bit fried right now because pretty hungry, kind of depleted, I would say. I got some filmed a couple of different clips for some posing stuff. Okay, so yesterday I got like some of my hair trimmed up. I just got like kind of the sides and back kind of touched up a little bit. Didn't really touch the top just because I'm kind of trying to keep it a little bit longer and then the sides a little bit shorter. But anyway, so like I got my hair cut, and when I was going to the place to get my hair cut, seeing that my stylist, I literally saw a car crash happen directly in front of my eyes, and I've literally never seen actual car crash happen directly in front of my eyes. I was like, holy shit, like everyone was okay, thankfully, but I was still like distraught in a way, or like surprised because I've never actually seen that. Anyway, that's kind of a side tangent. Like I said, my brain just feels weird and I'm kind of just like, don't really feel like talking, but I'm talking anyways. And I'm sure you guys can maybe tell that things I'm saying just are gone all over the place, but hey man, it is what it is. So I don't even know what is on the agenda for the rest of the day off the top of my head. I know I have a couple client calls. I haven't posted on Instagram yet today. I guess today I'll only end up posting once on Instagram, which, you know, it's not the end of the world. As long as I get one reel out, and then also I haven't even posted on my story at all, just because like earlier this morning I was working on my client's plan. Yeah, that's also what I have to do tonight. I have that onboarding call I was mentioning. I was working on that client's plan instead of doing my content because, again, I want to make sure everything was all good for them. And then just doing a little bit of client work. That was honestly kind of my priority this morning. Then I had my management call for my business. That went pretty well. Definitely some things that it's like kind of like a mentorship kind of thing, and definitely some things that I need to get better on about working as far as like managing the side of things, because, you know, at the end of the day, a business is a business. You guys pretty much just see like me doing client stuff, me filming content, going to the gym. You guys just basically see all the front end stuff. Or I mean, I wouldn't say client stuff is really front end, but I still throw that in here and there. But like kind of the back end, like systems management, I don't really talk too much about that. One, because it doesn't really matter very much. I feel like most people don't care. Most people aren't really into the actual business side of things. I mean, I'm not like super passionate about business itself. I mean, it's cool and all, but obviously, of course, my main passion is fitness. They go hand in hand, and you know, when you're doing run a business, obviously you're going to learn about business. That's that. But I need a shower. I'm going to eat my 450 grams of white rice with, I'll probably do like 90 grams of sugar-free maple syrup and then 145 grams of chicken breast. You guys didn't see my full day of eating. I mean, pretty much I'm eating the exact same food, just slightly slow, like lower quantities. Like I'm not having my rice with meals 4 and 5. I'm just doing the chicken and veggies and the sparkling ice, of course. Basically, I just kind of brought down like portion sizes of my carbs and on my first meal as well as my post-workout meal. So my calories right now, I think like 3,400. I'll probably keep this because I've been losing weight eating this much food. So I'll probably keep this for another few days until I lose another, I want to lose another 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of water. Yes, my workouts probably won't be as good. Yes, I probably won't feel too good. But again, if I feel too shitty to the point where I can't work properly, of course I'll increase and I'll just say fuck it. I guess I'll just be a little bit watery in Texas. But honestly, man, I'm just way too attached to fucking being shredded and dry. That's another reason why I just can't wait to start the bulk, because once I start a bulk, the amount of fucks I give about how I actually look are significantly less. Like if anyone who saw me during my last bulk, you would say, how was that even the same person? But anyways, I'm pulling up to my place right now, so I'm gonna go eat, shower, so I'll catch you guys in a bit.
What I'm gonna get into now, because I posted on my Instagram story like a day or two ago a Q&A and haven't really gotten back to all the questions. And the way I usually do my Q&As is like I just post on my story, then I just post them all on my story and then just answer them like that. But you know, since I haven't answered them, I might as well just answer them actually in the YouTube video here, because you know, why not? Just add a little bit of a different little segment to my YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, so first question is, how many years did it take me to build this physique? So I've been going to the gym for about 12-ish years, but I didn't really start taking it serious until about until like June 2017 is when I really started taking it serious, because June of 2017 is when I graduated high school, and that's when I really decided that I needed to make a change, because I got bullied throughout high school quite a bit, and I just knew that getting a good physique would, you know, change everything for me, and really it did. June of 2017 is when I really started taking things serious, but before that, you know, maybe 4 or 5 years prior, I just kind of went just for the hell of it, because I mean, I would go before, the way I would go before before is that my dad had me on his guest pass for the gym, and he would just take me with him, a couple times a week. I don't really count that necessarily as me like building up to the physique I have now, because I didn't really make any progress or look any different as far as like having more muscle, less fat, or anything like that for those first 5 years, like 4 or 5 years. I mean, I would really say like 8.5, 9-ish years that it took me to get here. Okay, next question. Any side effects to taking creatine? No, I mean, creatine's not really gonna have any side effects. I mean, might hold a little bit of extra water retention, but a lot of that is gonna be intramuscular. So you're gonna look a little bit more full, or maybe a little bit less dry, or like maybe a little bit less grainy muscle. That's if you're at a very low body fat percentage. I do keep creatine around in year round, just because I don't know, it's just a habit for me taking it every single morning. I will say though, if you're gonna take creatine, make sure like do the 5 grams. Make sure you're drinking at least a gallon of water per day, because if you're doing taking creatine, not getting enough hydration in, one, it's not gonna work properly, and two, if you do that for long enough, it can harm your kidneys apparently. So I don't know how actually detrimental that is, but again, if it's not going to work properly unless you're fully hydrated. So a good rule of thumb that I always recommend for all my clients is 5 grams of creatine, minimum 1 gram, or minimum 1 gallon of water per day. Not a question, but te amo heart eyes, whatever that means. Why so yummy? All right. Favor of your milk. Okay, I don't know what that means. How's your cutting process coming along? So right now I'm not cutting. I haven't cut really. I mean, I got majority to where I am now from like the middle of February to about roughly the end of May-ish, about 14 weeks. Then from the end of May to about the end of, then I held that body composition for about 6 weeks, but then I was like, you know what, I kind of want to get a little bit leaner. So I lost another 1 to 2 pounds of fat. I would say like from the end of like the last 2 weeks of June, I pushed a little bit more. Yeah, so I've been super shredded. As I think I mentioned this earlier in the video, but I've been super shredded basically since May. But yeah, I'm about to start a bulk, as I mentioned. But to answer your question, I am not cutting right now. What do you think is the main key towards lean bulk? I mean, really when it comes down to bulking and cutting, I would say really just don't want to rush the process, and just make sure that you're making very small meticulous changes over time. Like tracking as many variables as possible. Like literally that's why I have a spreadsheet of all my body weights. I have a little section at the bottom that goes over exactly what changes I make, so I can see how those specific changes impact my body weight, impact how I feel. Really just average it out on a week-to-week basis, and just making sure that if I'm lean bulking, I want to gain maybe 1.5 max, 2 pounds is probably pushed. I would say 1.5 pound to 1.5 pounds per week for a lean bulk, and then just really make sure your calorie surplus isn't too crazy, and that you're getting a majority of your food from single ingredient foods, whole foods, things like that, just because your body's going to absorb those nutrients much better. And also I would say like keep your sodium intake, when you're going to be tracking everything, keep everything as consistent as possible, especially your sodium intake, because if you have an influx of sodium, that's really going to skew your perception on how much progress you have or haven't made in a day or in a given week even. So I would say that's kind of the main thing. Of course, everyone likes to have an occasional cheat meal, and that's going to skew your weight, but I would say like, again, just really focus on the average of your weight and kind of use that. But to answer your question, just make very small and gradual changes over time. Do not rush the process, making sure that you're still implementing progressive overload, getting your sleep, and then just eating clean in general. What were you into, or what was your job before coaching? So directly before coaching, I was doing door-to-door sales, knocking on doors, selling solar, and also I was doing cold calls. So solar sales, just doing outbound cold sales, which I did that for almost a year. That shit was a fucking grind, dude. Like if anything taught me resilience, it is that. Like the amount of times I got told to fuck off by random people. I was outside in the heat all day, just dehydrated, just felt horrible. I even remember one moment that there was a time when I had no water. I was just getting told no, like constantly. I literally walked to a park, started crying. I was calling my mom. I was like, I just don't think this is for me. Like I just want to come home. Like, yeah, I did that. Before that, I did like marketing analytics, because I graduated college with a double major in marketing and advertising, and I was really into like numbers, just graphs, charts, analytics, all of those things I really do enjoy for whatever reason, just numbers in general. So I did a job for about 2 months. I really did not like it. I wanted to do my own thing, and that's when I started going into door-to-door sales. I actually, with the door-to-door sales and solar sales in general, I actually owned my own dealer. So basically I was selling for myself, and I would just partner up with others, with solar installers. So I would be basically like, I was an independent contractor for those installers. Like I didn't actually work for them, I worked for myself. So that way I got the entire commission. The thing is, I had to go out, buy my own leads, buy my own softwares to actually reach out to people, and kind of go about like myself, which I did have to invest a lot of myself as far as like the training side of things go, but I kind of went off on a tangent. But yes, to answer your question, I did the solar sales right before coaching, and then right before that I was doing marketing and data analytics. Do I need to do cardio if I get 20,000 plus steps in at my job? Also in a 500 calorie deficit. So, I mean, cardio, I would say, is really just a tool that you can leverage if you want to push your deficit more. I mean, if you're doing 20,000 steps per day and in a 500 calorie deficit, like there's no way you're not losing weight extremely fast. I would say even probably doing too much. Like if you're walking, I mean, 20,000 steps is a lot. I don't think I mean, again, it depends on how much weight you're actually losing. Like, I mean, if you say you're in a calorie deficit, I'm assuming you're losing weight, but again, not everyone is. I'm not saying this is the case here, but when people say they're in a calorie deficit, that doesn't always mean they actually are, because, you know, not everyone tracks everything to a T. I would say really if you want to speed up weight loss, or weight loss is slowed down, just plateaued or whatever, then you can add in cardio, but I wouldn't necessarily just add it in because you feel like you should, if that makes sense. But yeah, those are just a couple questions. I don't want to make this part of the video too long. If you guys are not following me on Instagram yet, it's devond.fit. I'm assuming most people watching my YouTube videos are from Instagram, but in case anyone is from YouTube and hasn't seen my or like doesn't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is devond.fit. I put it up on the screen here, and also there's a link in the description if you want to drop me a follow there. But yeah, I just want to do a quick Q&A. Just kind of go over a couple of questions. Probably going to do a post on my story saying that I have I'm going to be posting a Q&A in part of my YouTube video, so people maybe give a little bit different questions, because those questions that people asked, they think I was just going to answer it on my story. So it's about 2:40 right now. My next call is, my first call really of the day, first client call is in about an hour. So I'm going to probably eat in like 10 minutes, go on my walk, and then yeah, pretty much be on calls for majority of the evening. Like I said, I got my onboarding call, very last call of the day. So that's usually the ones that take the most amount of time. But like I said, I'm all prepared for that. I told him, like my new client, to kind of review everything. Told him that none of it's actually set in stone. It's out after our call. So I told him to review stuff just so a little bit, maybe the call goes a little bit more smooth. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. About to, like I said, get my next meal in, go on my walk, have a sparkling ice. Can't not have the sparkling ice, but hope you guys enjoyed the little Q&A segment. Okay, oh, actually, so I literally just filmed that Q&A segment like 2 seconds ago, but what came in the mail is my ID that I was, if you guys saw not my last video, but my video before last, I was a little bit stressed out about being able to get this real ID because I need that in order to fly. I was stressed that wasn't going to come in time, but thankfully it just came today. I got my mail directly after the gym, so huge stress relief that finally came in the mail, so I'm be able to travel with no stress, no issues. So that's a huge relief. So like I said, it's kind of a coincidence how I was filming a video, like filming a vlog, when I was getting it, how talking about how stressed out I was over it. Now I'm filming a vlog and it came. I don't know, man. Reality's crazy, but I just wanted to share that really quick because really, like I said, I'm excited that it's just a big weight off my shoulder, and again, I'm excited that I can travel without having that additional stress to worry about. All right, guys, so I just got back from my walk, literally just in time for my first client check-in call. So I mean, he's gonna be on here like literally any second, but I got home like 2 minutes ago, chugged a sparkling ice. I already threw the bottle away. They came home, went to the bathroom, chugged the sparkling ice. Now I'm just waiting on this my client here to do our check-in, and this is his first week. He just finished his first week, so this is our first check-in call together. So I guess we'll just wait for him, and maybe I'll throw in some clips of me asking some questions, seeing how things are going. Yeah, just want to give a quick update that start running some check-ins now. Ryan.
Yo, what's up?
What's good, brother? How you doing? Well, perfect. First week complete. How'd it go?
Not bad. I thought it was gonna be a little worse.
Yeah.
For like the nutrition part of it.
Yeah. Because once you get everything in place for the nutrition, get all the foods that you like need from the grocery list, that's when it's gonna get like, things are really gonna start picking up. So how's it been with getting the protein intake?
I'm like, I'm not like right on the money every time, but I'm like pretty close.
And how about like the kind of the recommendation I made about like just upping a little bit of the like portion of the protein source, then lowering the carbs a little bit, just kind of get your keep the calories roughly the same, but just up the get more protein, and that'll help at all. Yeah, and in your meal plan too, I believe you have that option for like the 2 Rice Krispie treats and the Fairlife protein shake for that exact reason, when you don't have very much time in between whatever you're doing prior in the gym. So I guess when you go to the store, you'll be able to get some of those.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll touch base on that. Let me pull up your form here. We'll kind of go over this really quick, and then we'll go over the workouts. Like the stretching, doing some additional mobility work, that can help a bit. But I think the biggest thing is just going to be to stick with it, add in some glutamine, kind of speed up that recovery process, and then your body's going to adapt and adjust with time. But that is something that we want to do. That we do want to keep an eye on. Like, of course, if it gets worse, then we'll want to pay even closer attention to it. But since it is your first week, it is very normal to experience some fatigue just because as your body adjusts to everything. Yeah, so that's going to be something called calorie banking that focuses on a weekly calorie deficit as opposed to just a daily. So, and when that time comes, I'll kind of help you and show you where to specifically drop your calories, like what meals we should drop the calories from, and kind of just give you a temporary meal plan to follow during those weeks. So that way it'll be pushing the deficit a little bit harder, like on the normal days, but then that'll give you some flexibility to be able to, have a cheat meal or just be able to eat kind of whatever you want to obviously to an extent, but be able to eat whatever you want during those specific occasions. Because of course I don't want you to feel like you have to bring a Tupperware for rice and chicken to your birthday or to the wedding or anything like that. So we're gonna have some sort of plan in place for you to be able to still enjoy yourself but also still be able to make progress in that week as well. So, and if that means getting on another call on top of our check-in call, I'm totally good for it. We'll make it happen. All right, Brian. Well, hey, good job this week, getting the momentum going, setting the stage for the next few months here. Love to see it, man. Well, great talking with you. If you need anything, of course, throughout the week, just let me know. And yeah, man, let's keep putting in the work. You're doing well, man. How you doing? Even though everything's been going like, with this happened last weekend, dude, you did great. Like, you did a great job this last weekend. I'm proud of you, man. We got all the workouts. We're getting all the workouts in, so that's good. Weight is okay. You dropped 3 pounds.
Yeah, so I'm happy with where we're at. I'm gonna keep staying down. We're gonna get to where we're going. It might take a little bit longer. It might look a little different than normal, but like I'm happy with things, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see you next week.
Yes, sir. Sounds good, man. Yeah, let me know if you need anything, like for real. And good talking with you. And I'll see you.
Best.
See you next week. So literally.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Yes, sir.
Wild.
Yes, sir.
All right, boss.
All right. Have a good one. Bye bye. Fred.
What's up?
What's good, brother? How you doing?
Got back from the gym.
Yeah, if you are able to go and get your own lunch or food or whatever, you can let me know what's around and I'll give you some recommendations. I think this week, really, I mean, over the next couple days, it's really just locking things back in, getting back on track with everything after being sick. So I think we can get back down to like about 180 by the end of the week. See what you're at by after drill, and I think we should try to push back below. Of course, get back below like 179. I think do that over the next like 2 to 3 weeks. Get back below 179.
See why I couldn't.
But all right, man. Well, if there's nothing else you want to go over, guess we'll call it here. I'll let you get to the rest of your night. Get you running, pushing yourself, and like I said, man, if you need anything, of course, let me know, and let's keep staying dialed. I'll check up on you, make sure things are going well, and let's have a good week.
Sounds good, brother. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. You have a good one. Peace. All right, so all my client check-in calls are done for the day. I only filmed 3 of them. I think I had like 4 or 5, but I'm not really sure. Like, again, these when I film calls, like I don't really go out of my way to stop the call, stop the filming to make the file smaller. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to be going about actually editing it, or like how much of these calls I'm actually going to put in the videos. And I'm not going to record the onboarding call because that is like an hour, sometimes even a little bit over an hour, and I don't really want a huge file like that on my computer. Like I said, I don't have a bunch of space, and also I would just like cutting up very small pieces to actually put in the video, because I mean, I don't think anyone wants to watch an entire onboarding call, at least in a type video like this. Maybe someone does it, an individual video or something. But it's about 5:30 right now. I got about 20 minutes until that call, so I'm gonna eat, have a sparkling ice. Not too sure, like probably, yeah, just make sure everything's all set up, make sure everything open, and then I will get on that onboarding call with him and take it from there. But yeah, I don't really know what else I'm gonna be filming for the rest of the day. I'm pretty sure like this video is gonna be relatively long. I don't know, my vlogs are usually relatively long, kind of like 20, 30, sometimes a little bit more, but I don't know, man. I just kind of cut up, pick up my camera, talk about whatever, just go about my day, and just implement bits and pieces of it. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this clip here. Like I said, go eat some chicken and veggies and have a sparkling ice. I'm gonna be wrapping up the video here. I'm having my last meal. I didn't really film much. I mean, I did that onboarding call. I didn't really film anything after it. So I'm having my last meal right now, which I mean, it's oats, egg, and egg whites. I'm gonna mix it all into one bowl. But yeah, I mean, pretty tired. I mean, like I said, it was just pretty much a normal day. Just another video of me just filming myself, going about my day, chatting shit, getting all my inputs done, my non-negotiables per usual. Pretty much do the exact same thing tomorrow. So honestly, I love it. I love every single step of the process, or every single thing about my routine, because I'm just really grateful to be in this position, be able to do what I love for a living, work my own schedule, have independence, be able to help people with the coaching. Yeah, man, I don't think I have much else to say. Oats are done, so I'm gonna eat that last meal, go to bed. I'm getting pretty tired. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I always say this at the end, but if you guys have any specific ideas that you guys want to see me film on YouTube, I'm honestly open to suggestions, because I very well could just keep doing these, because these are kind of fun to make. And then also just like the raw talking videos, of course, I'll keep doing those every once in a while. But if anyone has anything specific that they want to see, please let me know down in the comments, or even just DM me on Instagram. I would really appreciate that, because again, I'm pretty new to YouTube. I'll come up with stuff eventually, but if anyone has any actual ideas that you think would be not only entertaining but also potentially valuable, let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video guys up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.